2024 is here in full effect, and today I want to make sure you guys know the most powerful hacks to drive a landslide of targeted traffic with video ads, right? That's right. Video ads that stop the scroll, video ads that build hype, sell the dream, video ads that you can make super cheap with a smartphone, even if you're brand new, even if you're just getting started, even if you've never done one of these before. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because not only am I going to be dropping some game-changing tips for you, but I'm also going to drop some freebies and tell you how you can roll some of this stuff out for yourself, quick, easy, fast. Sound good? You are running video ads, especially on social media, right? Think about who you're really talking to. These are people scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram, scrolling TikTok. They're not looking for your ad. They don't care about you, your brand, or what you want to sell them. And the mistake a lot of brands make when they're trying to run ads for the first time is their creative sucks. I'm sorry to put it like that, but that's the case. And if you are using weak creatives, right? What are people seeing in their feed? They're going to scroll right past you and you're going to miss your chance. And if they scroll right past your ad, that's going to make your ads more expensive. That's going to make your testing that much harder, your growth that much slower. And it's going to turn people off of your brand that could very well have become raving customers, right? Video is one of the most powerful mediums because if you think about people shopping online, they can't touch it, they can't see it, they can't feel it, they can't taste it because they're going through a screen, right? Like we are today. So video is one of the best ways to bring them closer to your products if you know how to do it the right way. And that's why I'm going to be breaking down 3 hacks for you today and showing you some examples of high converting video ads. So that way you guys have some ideas and more importantly, have some confidence so you can make some of this stuff work for yourself. Sound good? Right? If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, right? If you're watching this live or you're watching the hashtag replay, go ahead and drop that fire emoji for me, right? So we can dive right in and help you guys put some better quality ads out there and start making some money from those ads, right? So hack number 1. You absolutely must stop the scroll within the first 3 to 6 seconds, right? You must stop the scroll within the first 3 to 6 seconds. Why? Because again, think about what you're doing. You're interrupting someone, right? They are on whatever social media channel, and I guarantee the reason they're on it is not because they want to see your ad, right? They're on that channel because they want to see what their friends are doing, what someone else is talking about. Maybe they want to cyber stalk somebody, whatever. You're trying to grab their attention and take them to where you want them to go. So the number one thing your video ad must do is capture their attention within the first 3 to 6 seconds. And you're going to see the examples that I'm going to show you in a second. You will find that all of them have attention grabbing hooks, right? Capture that attention, stop them from what they were doing, right? So rules to really make this work, right? What is going to make a strong hook? What is going to stop someone from scrolling, right? Well, one, you're not trying to talk to everybody. Stop trying to talk to everybody. Stop thinking that your 50% off today only sale is going to be the end all be all. People don't care if your stuff is on sale if it's not for them. So what you need to do to actually have any ad work well for you is you need to understand your ideal customer. Who are you trying to sell to? Who do you have the easiest time selling to? right? Stop listening to these like random dropshipper type people that tell you just throw something out there, right? Chase whatever trending thing and it'll sell itself. That's not how people work, right? Think about who you're selling to, who this product is going to speak to, and lead with a hook that's going to speak to one of their problems, right? And we can't be boring, right? You have to engage people where they're at. You have to capture people's attention. So you need to have a hook that calls out to your target market, right? You guys, you want to increase your online sales, right? Right? How would you like to have better performing ads that get you customers while costing you less? See, that's a hook for you, right? That's how these work. You hit them with stuff like that quickly. You can't be boring, right? Just like anything else on social media. If it's boring, keep on scrolling, right? So some of our top performing hooks, and we'll show you some examples of these in a second, right? How to X without Y, right? Now, these hooks work on ads as well as just like your organic posts. Get into the mindset of any type of content that you create, any type of video that you put out there, give it a hook. What's the point? Why should I pay attention to this, right? So, A, how to X without Y, right? Example for a faith-based apparel brand called Chosen Vessels Apparel, right? Doing like 30K after taking my ESC program, right? Their hook we use in our ad, how to showcase your faith without sacrificing your style. What do you think they were selling, right? Faith-based apparel, right? How to lose weight without dieting. You'd love to know how to do that, right? Who is that for? Someone that's trying to lose weight. Who is that for? Someone that doesn't like to diet. Bang, here's a solution, right? How to lose weight without spending hours in a gym. Who is that talking to? Someone that wants to lose weight, someone that doesn't want to spend hours in a gym, right? How to clear your skin out, or how to improve your complexion without drying out your skin, right? How to combat eczema without making your skin break out, right? So telling them how to do something that they want to do without doing something that they don't want to do. It's incredibly powerful hook, incredibly easy way to capture someone's attention without making a big deal of it, right? Curiosity. I'm dropping my number one biggest secret for crystal clear skin. The number one biggest secret I use to lose 30 pounds. My number one biggest secret to capture, to have every man looking at me from the moment I walk in the room, right? Get them, capture the mind's eye with some curiosity. What are you talking about? What's your secret? How did you do that? Right? How did you combat chronic aches and pains without addictive medications? Right? How to feel better without going to the doctor. My number one biggest secret for writing clearly without, even though I have arthritis. What's that? Right? The curve pen. Biggest secret. This versus that. This is a really, really good one, actually. No matter what you sell, this versus that is a really, really powerful one. And when I show you some examples again, you're going to really see. What are they currently doing? Make it look as bad, sound as bad as possible. That's a great hook, right? They're doing something and it drives them crazy, right? They look terrible. They feel terrible. It looks embarrassing. It looks hard. It looks frustrating, right? Okay, you're going to do something for how to lose weight without going to the gym because you want to sell your tummy tuck tea or whatever, right? Show somebody, you know, going crazy at the gym, feeling like trash, and then they still don't feel like they're losing weight. Boom, I've got your attention, especially if you hate going to the gym like that, right? That's the way that you can do us versus them, right? Losing weight versus this, wearing stuff that doesn't fit like that. Anything that you sell, what are they currently doing? As in, where are they shopping now? Why is that worse than what they're going to do? What are they using right now? Why is that worse than what you're going to have them do? Where are they going right now? Why is that worse than what you're going to have them do? And what makes this hook really powerful is because it's easy to show the pain of what they're currently doing and get that person to relate, right? Relate. That is very important because the second you can hook them like that, something they can relate to, something they can feel, now they're going to be a lot more receptive to what you say next. Does that make sense, you guys? right? Tapping into what your ideal customer thinks, feels, struggles with right away. And if you can do that, that is going to capture their attention, right? Why do we say stuff like this is ridiculously simple? Because you can do that from your phone, right? Using a hook, like you could beat a major advertising agency that's doing tons and tons of money and budget into an ad creative. But if it doesn't have a hook, if it's boring, if it's weak, guess what? Your ad can outperform theirs. You don't need all that trash. Don't think that you can't do videos because you don't have access to all of that, right? You can do it with a smartphone. And just by being smart and thinking about who you're talking to, right? So, and then of course, social proof, testimonials. People love seeing other people talk about their experience, right? People love to hear how other people made their pain go away, how other people got the amazing benefit they would love to have also, right? Social proof and testimonial. Guys, ready to see some examples? Right? If you want to see some examples, I need you to drop a fire emoji in the chat for me, right? Drop those fire emojis if you are ready to see some examples of high converting video ads. There we go, right? Okay. Let's have a look at a couple winners, huh? Let's have a look see. So this is an example of what you're currently doing versus what you could be doing.
Don't let me find this in your bathroom. Smell the best you've ever smelled.
Yeah, I gotta say, I look great. I'm feeling great. Yeah.
So this is an example of an ad, right? Obviously selling men's grooming products, and it's comparing what they are currently experiencing, right, versus what they could be. You have a girl come in and see that you have this type of stuff in your shower compared to the other stuff, and she just, oh man, that's the secret to you smelling good. That's the secret to you smelling amazing, right? The other stuff that you use doesn't smell like that. She sees that you're someone that uses that type of stuff, and she gets exciting. She gets excited, right? Other products don't deliver that same type of benefit, right? Other products don't deliver that same type of benefit. Here's another example. This is one that we use. Man, I've made so much money off of this ad. 15 seconds.
I just got some essential oil-based air fresheners from GOOOO.
Like normal water-based air fresheners, these oil-based fragrances linger in the air for 2 to 3 days, and it changes the entire room instantly.
So, see what we just did there? Right? Unlike the normal water-based air fresheners that disappear fast, these oil-based air fresheners linger in the air. I don't have to call out my competition. I don't have to say them by name. I can just describe what they're currently doing. I can describe what someone is dealing with. And then I can plug in my alternative as something better.
Power is an oil-based air freshener, and it can last for.
I just got some essential oil-based air fresheners.
Right? Show folks different ways to do things. Capture their attention. Why do you think it opened with a guy just juggling? Right? Just tossing. What's going on here? Hook. Need to clear the air fast. Question. Hook. Curiosity. Lead right into what makes this our stuff different. This creative has done crazy numbers. Like this video alone, like this isn't the one that has all the social proof on it, but this video alone has made us probably like 100 sales in the last 30 days, right? Super, super powerful one there. All right. There's another example of one, right? And here, this one actually has a little bit more social proof on it, right?
Introduce you to these essential oil-based air fresheners.
Favorite fragrance so far is the Black Rain because it smells amazing and also isn't too overpowering.
Bro, see, I'm not the only one that likes it. Like everyone likes it. Bro, it was no doubt like
I love how these bottles are lightweight. They feel so durable, and unlike normal water-based air fresheners, these oil-based fragrances linger in the air for days.
Go find your new favorite fragrance.
Right? So again, everything that you're seeing is stuff that people are doing with their phones. Like you can do this type of stuff, right? You can have multiple videos and multiple different settings, and then you can just grab bits and pieces from different places, right? It's cheap. It's about keeping someone's attention moving through, right? That TikTok style short form video that captures people's attention and quickly changes scenes. That's what really gets people going, right? You notice how we incorporated music in pretty much in all of these, right? Because that's another way to be kind of entertaining. You are stopping someone in the feed. They are not looking for you, you're looking for them. So you want to have them feel like they're joining something. It's part of the party. It's interesting. It's entertaining, right? And then you hit them with some of these different hooks and angles to get people juiced up, right? And you see the same formulas, the same formats time and time again, right? Made a ton of money on this one. And again, you can do these super cheap. You can do the same type of like filters and things like what they have on just like the basic TikTok editor. And the thing about this is you could make an ad for TikTok, or you can make creative using like TikTok editor, but you can use that exact same video on Facebook and Instagram. In fact, content that does well on TikTok almost always does well on Facebook and Instagram. Why? Because short form engaging videos with music and real people that look cheap and easy to make are what's hot right now. It's the great equalizer, folks, right? You don't have to have these big marketing budgets like you thought you did before. Do it from your phone. Make it look like regular person, regular post. The key to this stuff is so it doesn't look like an ad. You don't want it to look like an ad, right? Take another look. Let's do another example, right? So this is an example of like a testimonial style video and how it works.
Raise your hand if you've got a dad, a husband, and a brother who are all impossible to shop for.
Call out target market.
People really think about this market.
Show the product right away.
Gifts. That one for myself while I was at it.
Social proof.
It's 100% wireless and comes with this great little charging station. Meter cooks meat perfectly.
Here's how it
every time.
works.
Let me show you how it works. First, I insert this wireless probe into the meat.
Here's how
Then
to
open
use
the
it.
app and choose the type of meat and how I want it cooked. I prep my sides as the grill preheats. The app alerts me when it's time for the steak to rest and when it's done resting. Look at that perfect medium rare.
Simple. You can do it from your phone. Simple. You can do it from your phone. Call out some social proof, right? And you didn't have to name places that have been featured. You can just say, share a testimonial. Notice how she started out by calling out the target customer, right? Hey, who has someone who is X? Because this would make a good gift, right? Who is this person? Where, what are they interested in? Why is it, a pain to do to shop for them normally? This is why they will like this, right? And by the time someone goes through this entire ad and then they click over to your product page, your landing page, what are the chances that they're going to be ready to at least add to cart, at least sign up for your email list, maybe buy something right now, right? Incredibly powerful. That is the power of hooks, you guys. Leveraging hooks inside your business or inside your advertising is super simple and it's ridiculously powerful, right? Out of all the things I'm going to cover today, using a hook in your ads, if you haven't been doing this, is going to be a game changer for you. So we'll show you one last one here, right? And this is again like another us versus them. How many guys sell jewelry? How many do you have a friend or family member with a jewelry business, right? And they say it's hard to sell online. Well, you just need to change someone's behavior. So they just broke down why they shop, they don't go into big brands anymore, and why they like getting them from fill in the blank brand. This is a subscription, sir. You don't have to have it be a subscription. It can just be your regular jewelry, right? It's knowing how to stop someone. as simple as just showing it. What is the creative here? How hard is this? So don't tell me that you can't use video ads in your business, right? That was someone's phone. You just demonstrating the product. That's a hand. That's not you don't have to have like a professional model, right? You don't have to have some crazy person do this for you. Do you have something that you can hold in your hand? Can you demonstrate it? Right? It's not hard. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to make it hard, right? Think about what you sell. If you don't already have at least one of it on hand, you need to order it before you try to sell it to someone else, right? Make sure that you actually have the products that you're selling, or at least one of them, something that you're going to advertise for, and you can do this from your phone. So incredibly, most important, most powerful, ridiculously easy hack to blow up your sales right away with your video ads. Use a hook, you guys. Use a hook that calls out to your ideal customer and captures their attention. Can't stress that enough, right? Hack number 2, user-generated content, right? What was one of the things you noticed that in pretty much every ad that I just showed you guys? It's, again, they weren't super high production value. They didn't look like, oh, you had some big, huge, expensive marketing creative team put it together for you. It's simple looking stuff that you can do from your phone. Why do these work now? Because we all have ad blindness, right? And it works because it doesn't look like an ad. It looks like a social media post, which is what they're on the platform for. Whether they're on TikTok, whether they're on Facebook, whether they're on Instagram, they're on these platforms because they want what that platform offers. So if you're interrupting these people and you're a blatant, obvious ad, then that ad blindness is going to kick in and you're going to be fighting resistance immediately, right? That's why it's hard to just immediately come out and be like, hey, I've got this amazing sale. Well, do I even want it first? Because you're already showing me an ad and I'm already like, oh, you want to sell me something? Oh, I don't know, right? You got to break down that barrier first. Hook them first. So user-generated content, user-generated as in real people demonstrating product, talking, showing, showcasing, not some model looking person, but just like a real person, right? And again, these are cheap and easy to make from your phone. The social proof is built in because you're showing someone using it. Someone might be describing their experience with it. It could be you, it could be a friend, it could be a supporter. It doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you have this user generated content because it helps people feel more confident. And again, just helping someone see this online product, see it in person, see it in use, seeing it with a real person, and they can get an idea like the size, the scale of it. What do you have to do to make it work? It makes it more real. And it's easier to trust a person than it is to trust a brand, right? Easier to trust a person than it is to trust a brand because we all think a brand's trying to sell us something. We don't always think that a person is trying to sell us something. Does that make sense, you guys? Right? Does that make sense? Right? And of course, I like to make things easy for you guys. So I have a top performing ecom ad swipe file for you guys, right? With 25 of the top performing ecom ads, right? Videos, as well as some different images that you can use. Take a look, replicate it, try to make a version of it for yourself. These are proven to convert, right? There's stuff for Instagram, Facebook, as well as TikTok. And if you want that ad swipe file, all you need to do is type swipe in the chat, right? Type swipe in the chat if you want to get your hands on our top ecom ad swipe file, and we'll get that sent right on over to you. So again, type swipe into the chat, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching the hashtag replay, you type swipe in the chat and we'll go ahead and get that swipe file out your way, right? So that'll help you even see even more examples of this and give you some stuff that you can copy and replicate as you try to do some of this stuff for yourself. All right, so hack number 2, use user-generated content featuring real people, opening with a hook, right? And demonstrating how the product makes their lives better and why they love it. simple to do. You can use trending music like you saw pretty much all these videos doing. And now, guess what? We have content that looks like it belongs on that social media platform and it doesn't look like an ad. And that's exactly what you're going for here, right? Exactly what you're going for. Of course, at the end of it, give them some type of a soft CTA, call to action, right? Go check it out. Hey, go save now. Hey, go find your favorite fragrance today, right? It doesn't have to be super hardcore and salesy. Just tell them what they should do next. And if you have someone else telling them what they should do next, works even better, right? User generated content. Hack number 2, crazy simple. You don't need a big agency. Like, user generated content. Like, how am I going to get people to do that? Like, I want to make video ads, but how can I make video ads? I've never done it before. I don't know how, right? Is it going to be expensive even to get that? Hack number 3 is how to get high converting video ads for cheap, right? Ridiculously simple. Doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be expensive. How can you get them for cheap? Let's talk. So the first key, the cheapest, most efficient, probably the fastest way, order your products for yourself, right? Order your products for yourself and use your smartphone. I talk to a ton of e-commerce store owners, right? And those of you that do not have product on hand, a lot of you guys haven't even ordered your products. Even if you have like a US-based supplier or whatnot, you haven't actually ordered your products for yourself. You're using print on demand. You haven't actually ordered your products for yourself. You don't actually have product on hand, but you want to sell it to someone else. Like that is already kind of shaky ground to be coming from, right? The good news is you don't need everything that you can sell on hand, but you want to have your top sellers. You want to have the things that you're going to be focusing your marketing on, at least 1 or 2 on hand. And then you grab that handy dandy cell phone and you can make your own footage with that. Think about the type of videos that we've watched and we've looked at today. Did any of those look like they were shot on anything but a smartphone? Right? Whether it's one of these, whether it's one of these, one of these, one of these, you can do it all from this right here. Cheapest, easiest, fastest. Have product on hand, right? Capture someone's attention and showcase product. Make it real for someone. And that's going to help you drive up your conversion rate, right? You can also get footage from friends, family members, supporters, right? They don't have to be these big, huge influencers. Like, do you have people around you in your circle that meet your customer demographic? Do they look like the type of people that you want to be able to sell your stuff to? You sell jewelry. You want to sell jewelry to like young hipsters. Do you know any young hipsters, right? You want to sell, skincare products for people with eczema. Do you know anybody with eczema, right? You want to have, kids jewelry, kids blank, kids fill in the blank. Do you know anybody with kids? Do you have kids? Same thing, right? It doesn't have to be a influencer or a model. It can be a random person that you know that looks like your target customer, right? And then you can film it for cheap and then you put it together the way that you need it to, right? You can hire cheap freelancers, right? That's something I encourage a lot of my my ecom sales engine students to do, right? Make stuff for yourself. There's tons and tons of ways to get cheap freelancers to create the content that you need so that way you can create videos. You saw one of our top performing ads, you saw a couple different videos, right? Because I can have one person do the one thing, another person do another thing, another person do another thing, super cheap, and then just mash it together, right? And I can have, instead of 1, 2, 3 videos, I have 1, 2, 3, mashup version 1, mashup version 2, mashup version 3. That's 6 videos off of the same 3. I can change the music, and now I have 12 videos off of the original 3. So there's so many different things that you can do with just the raw footage, which again, you can get from your phone, right? You can connect with micro influencers, right? These are people, again, that maybe you know of, maybe you're connected with on Instagram, and they have followers, but less than 10,000 followers. So they know how to get on camera. They know they're comfortable, right? They're comfortable talking to their followers. And then you approach those type of people, give them free product. It helps if you really know them also, right? Or have some type of relationship, because most of the time you can just give them product and they'll do something for you. What's the key to making that work? Whether you're doing it, whether you're going to have someone do it for the cheap, whether you're going to have someone with a small following do it, so they can get free product, you give them an outline. There's your secret sauce right there, you guys. That's your secret sauce right there. It doesn't matter who's creating it, as long as you give them an outline that covers what your hook needs to be, what you'd like your hook to be, right? What talking points that you want them to cover. And we talked about these different angles earlier in the video, right? And what do you want them to tell their user to do next? Shop the sale, take advantage, find a new favorite, check them out, whatever. Tell them what you want them to do. So you tell them what you want the hook to be. You tell them what points you want them to cover. You tell them what you want people to do next, and bang, they can create something for you, right? And you can create tons and tons of versions of that just with different hooks, different ways to come at it. Here's a story. Here's my number one secret. Here's how to do X without Y. Here's what people are saying about this. Here was my experience with that. Here's how I went from A to B in half the time. Different hooks, same product. Throw it out the wall and you can start to see what works, right? And when you provide examples of the type of stuff that you're doing, it makes it that much easier. Makes it easier for you, makes it easier for them. And this is how you can roll out high converting video ads for cheap. The secret sauce isn't how much you paid to get it. It's literally the fact that you gave them an example. You have an example. You have clarity on what needs to be covered and when. That's what sells it. That's what makes it convert. Am I capturing your attention? Am I selling the dream? Yes, you can read my chicken scratch. Don't you guys play around in the chat. You can read that. Don't act like you can't read what that says. Right? Hook, benefits, CTA. What needs to be said? How do you want to capture attention? What does someone need to do next? That's your secret sauce, and give yourself multiple hooks. And you'll be able to roll out high converting video ads for ridiculously cheap, and you'll be able to enjoy some of the low cost of purchases, low cost per actions, low cost per leads that these type of video ads can provide. And all you need is one of these bad boys to get a little bit of virality, some social proof on it, and then you can run the same ads for months and months and months, in some cases years, right? A lot of you guys in this group right now saw one of my ads, which has a bunch of social proof. I have different ads that are running, accumulating social proof. I set them up and they just run in the background. We do that with our air freshener brand. We do that with a supplement. A lot of my students are doing the same things and they're hitting crazy, crazy milestones. It's not that hard, you guys, right? It's not that hard. I mean, for guys, see this sweatshirt I'm wearing right here is one of my students, Kelly with Creative Collection, right? Almost hit 10K club last month. Super close there, Kelly, right? Quick shout out to Kelly Kells and Creative Collection, right? There's one of her dope hoodies, right? There's a little bit of UGC for you. Showcase your products, provide clarity, throw up a quick video ad with you in it or someone else in it, stop someone in the feed, drive their targeted traffic back to your store, and now we're cooking with gas. You don't need more traffic. Traffic is easy to get. You can get a landslide of traffic today. Question is it going to be good traffic? And are you going to know what to do with it? So again, if you want access to our swipe file of top converting ecom ads, type swipe in the chat, right? Type swipe file in chat. We'll go ahead and get that top converting swipe file out your way, right? Just again, type swipe in the chat. We'll get it your way. And if you want more personalized attention, right? If you want some eyeballs on your store, someone that you can actually talk to about some of these different ad concepts and ideas, or help you understand how to execute this sort of thing for your brand, right? Type strategy into the chat and we'll get you set up with a free strategy session, right? Talk a little bit about what you have, what you might have on hand, and how you can make some of these different ad formats and templates work for you so you can hop in this e-com wave that is raging through the country, toppling classic brands that have been around since we were kids, right? And allowing small mom and pop stores like yours to go from nothing to 10, 20, 30, 50, what, $100,000 a month, like some of my students have done just in the last 6 to 12 months alone, right? It doesn't have to be a dream. What you need is a strategy, and what you need is action, right? So if you want some personalized attention, type strategy in the chat. Regardless, definitely want you guys to take some major value out of this. I hope that you did, right? And I will see you in the traffic and conversions group, y'all. You have a fantastic day.